over the last 20 years, cannabis has gotten extremely potent. And this is because of the driving importance that people put on cannabis THC percentages. We are stuck in a paradox where potency has become the king. THC levels have become the main focal point in your buying decisions, bro. When you go to the dispensary, the average person goes to the dispensary, looks at the menu, goes to the first cannabis strain they see with the highest percentage, or they'll break it down to 2 or 3, and they'll probably be like, damn, I tried this one already. I'm going to go with the one that I haven't tried yet. And the reason that I know this is because I used to be one of these people. And the funny thing is that I thought I knew better. I thought that because I was a cannabis smoker for many years, that I wouldn't fall into this paradox of seeking high-potency THC products. But I did. And even to this day, the thinking still resonates, man. And I have to force myself not to think that way. In the 1960s, bro, and 70s, THC, the average percent in cannabis strains were 4%. I think it was between 4 and 7%. 40 years later, 50 years later, in 2025, THC levels have surpassed that by massive amounts. The average THC level in a cannabis strain in 2025 is a staggering 22 to 25%. The paradox is led by misinformation, by a way to make buyers, consumers think that they could pay more money for a couple points extra in THC level. Meaning that if you go to your local dispensary, this is how it is in New Jersey. If you go to your local dispensary and you look for a cannabis product, and if it's say it's under 20, if it's under 20%, it's going to be cheaper. You're probably going to be looking at like the 35 to 45 range. Now, if it's over 20%, 25, 27, closer to 30, then you're going to be in the higher tier, around $50 to $60. Now, if you got a percentage that's over 30, then it's like exotic. It's the best thing in the world. And then they're putting it top shelf at $65, $75 per eighth. And that's only talking about flower. We're not even talking about the dab, the concentrates, the triple, quadruple, infused, pre-rolls. How many levels of THC do you need on a joint? Look, I'm a pothead, man. I love smoking weed. I just think that it's gone too far, and I believe that the misinformation is so deep that it's embedded in the common user. And it's hard to break, man. So cannabis has basically become high THC, low to non-existent CBD. And CBD is a very important buffer in cannabis. If you do your research, you'll know that THC and CBD work in unison to create the entourage effect, which is a much bigger part in how your high is made. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on the certain feature that you're seeking. What I call it is prescribe your vibe, which means that if you're looking for a certain type of vibe from cannabis, you can probably achieve that through a little bit of research with terpenes and cannabinoids and the mixture of both, causing the entourage effect. I have a video on this channel about that also. I also have an article about the entourage effect on Blunttalkzz.com. Just trying to educate people. I don't want people to go out there and make the wrong decisions based on misinformation. Another direct domino effect from all this stuff is the amount of hospital room visits has risen so high in the last 10 years since legalization in certain states, because this directly leads to the high THC percentages and the potency paradox that we are talking about. People are getting crazy high THC levels, and then they're getting adverse effects. They're getting psychosis because the main cause of psychosis is high THC levels. So all of this stuff is gonna all factor in to what's going on and why it's happening, why THC levels are so high, why the consumer has been made to think to go to the highest THC level, grab that, pay your extra $20, and you're gonna get the best high that you can possibly get. When it could be the opposite. It could be the worst high you could possibly get, because you get that 35% THC, triple infused pre-roll, and the shit hits you the wrong way with some psychosis, and that could be the worst high you ever had. So I'm just trying to put the information out there, guys. Check out the website. You'll learn a lot. Hopefully you can learn off of this video, because the shit is real. Stay lit, guys. Have a great day. Peace.